Happy Tuesday evening to you, Chris Hare, the Crypto Cowboy, bringing you another nightly update after our daily close for Tuesday, September 30th. It's about 8:35 here in Texas tonight. Been a nice day, sunny, pretty warm, cooled off this evening. Doing really good. So before we get into the videos, if you're liking what you're seeing, hit the like button, subscribe, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think of these videos. It helps the algorithm. And hit that bell notification. You'll get notifications as soon as we drop a video. Also, got to get this out of the way. This video is not for financial advice. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Investing in crypto is highly risky. You could lose all your money. All right, to the charts tonight. Take a look. We'll start here with the Fear and Greed Index. Sitting at a 42. It's came up a little bit. Had to move up over the past few days. Yeah, a lot going on. I might be starting to get a little bullish, believe it or not. Not going to be all doom and gloom. Looking at Bitcoin liquidation heat map. Big pocket of liquidity sitting up at about 115. And then we've got liquidity all the way down to around 112. Kind of just sitting in the middle tonight. Crypto bubble is kind of a mixed bag. Aster fell off the cliff, still falling. A few things green tonight. A lot red. Kind of a mixed bag, like I said. So what's going to happen? Well, let's get into the charts. Got a lot to talk about tonight. There we go. Bitcoin on the daily. So made our move up. It's an ABC pattern. I'm starting to look for longs. I'm not confident that we go up here, but I'm going to draw some boxes here. I pulled a fib earlier. Because technically we are in a higher low. So you've got a box there, the golden zone 114 to 116, which we've tapped into. I don't think this is likely, but you can't rule out 121 to 125. You can see we just finished our B wave. This is basically a retest. I think we come on down. I've got 105 to 99 marked here. Possibility for 93 to 85s here. I'm becoming less and less optimistic about that. Again, 200 smooth at moving averages here. And when you look at and if we look at our RSIs, let's go ahead and look at those. We're rolling over. So yeah, we're due a correction, but we're starting to get below this 50. And you can see when we drop it below the 50, we drop hard, but then we put in some kind of bullish divergence. So I want to watch this close. I feel like this is going to want to reset all the way down to oversold before we do go up. So if we're there around 99 or 105, guys, that may be the bottom. Trend line here keeps me thinking that we go lower. But we're going to pay really close attention to this. Looking at the 4-hour, you'll really get a good idea of what I'm talking about. 4-hour moves exhausted at 100 to 104. Finished our B wave. Like I said, I don't think that 120 target is a viable target. Could be. I'm not optimistic. If anything, this thing's going to run up to about 115.9, 117.2. The reason I think we were close to done, and see now we've rolled up, so we may push up there, guys. We may push up higher into that 114, 115 before we come down. So keep that in mind. I do think the final target is somewhere down here. But if I scroll this out, let me go back to the daily because you need to see this. And that 115 target kind of lines up with that liquidation heat map where we were looking. So they may go up and grab that top side liquidity before they send this thing down. Kind of looks like what's going on here. Maybe up to the top here, 116, then reject. Or we may just be retesting the very top of this candle. So yeah, that's kind of the way Bitcoin looks tonight. Thinking out loud. Those are our two options. Oh, I remember why I went to the daily now. Sorry, guys. You go to the daily, back to the daily, as soon as it loads here. Okay. We bounce here and make a run. That's a higher low. There's a fair value gap there. Really need to be frosty on this. If that happens, I'll pull a new set of fibs. That may be the bounce point. That's why I'm kind of wondering if it's not. You can see the 200 smooth moving average is coming right into that gap there. But the fair value gap there, it's a real possibility, but we'll play that by ear. We can pull fibs, figure out our upper targets, then figure out if it's the actual big run or if it's just a brief run, but definitely something I'd probably want along. Moving on to ETH on the daily. Same scenario set up. Completed 5 waves, been working our way down. This will all make more sense when we get into the 4-hour. Got a target here on the daily, like 3172 to 3593. And so you can see why I'm thinking we may bounce here. There's a bigger fair value gap down here, but the more I look at this, the more I think we may. That meets Elliott wave minimum requirements, the 382 to the half. By tomorrow, we've got a whole wave 1 here, really, or it's 1 and 3, and that's what I need to do. Actually, let's go ahead and do it now. You guys want to learn? Sorry, guys, it's going to be a longer format video tonight, but let's figure this out. I'm going to pull this fib off just for clarity purposes. Take some of this off too, so it's just not. You can see we're in a descending channel. So I want to think you don't really fall out of this. So that's my argument for $3,200. If we pull a fib, let me draw this so you can see it. All of this would be an A wave. This would be B. Something like that for C. So an Elliott wave, if you finished a B wave move, what you can do is you can go to the bottom of that A wave, drag a fib up to the top of your move. Then you take this fib, drag it down to the top of that B wave, and it gives you another set of targets. So you can see we've got a target here at 3593 to 3172, but the golden zone there is 3666 to 3497. Your other option is 3008 to 2660. So yeah, a lot of times these C waves finish on a 1. That puts us right at the bottom of that channel, guys. So I personally will be considering longs here. I'm not sure. Like I said, when we get there, we'll pull fibs to the upside. See if we're going to finish at a 786 at somewhere around a double top, or we'll have an extension up here. It's long worthy. I'm going to set it up like it's probably the bigger run, and then bail out of them if I need to. May consider even closing my longer term shorts here. So yeah, it's kind of getting exciting. We've kind of got some optimism here. Maybe the bleeding's over. It may not be, but we're prepared either way. Everything's just in bullish pennants, bull flags, whatever you want to call them. So I'm becoming more and more optimistic. Looking at XRP on the daily, we're kind of telling the same story here. ABC. Here we go. We went through this last night. We don't need that. We know what's going on here. This would be the coming down for C. Really expecting to bounce off of this lower trend. We'll go ahead and pull a fib on that as well, since we've completed a B wave. Bottom of A. Top of the 5 wave move, not the top. Pull our fib down here. Yeah, 786 to the 1. Falls right on this fair value gap. This is going to gradually move out this way. So this trend line comes up, and the longer it takes to get there. Yeah, 278, 267, right in there. We're looking for a bounce, guys. I feel pretty good about that. Going out to the 4-hour, we've already looked at that. Actually, we didn't on XRP. Let's keep it up. Got off on a tangent. Lost my train of thought. Computer's running slow tonight. Okay, there. Yeah, 4 hour. ABC move. I've got it down here at the bottom trend. Can't rule that target out. I don't think we hit it. We've lost the 50 and the 200. Coming on down to those targets we talked about. Yeah, I like the move. Somewhere around this lower trend, 251, I think is realistic. We're getting closer. Moving on to Solana. Look at the 4 hour first since it's already pulled up. Kind of working our move up just like we talked about. I think we're probably headed up to this 50 smooth moving average. And we'll fall off there. ABC wave as well. Yeah, 178 to 170. Like I said, I think we come up, retest this, bounce off. Could go up and test the golden zone here, 222 to 231, which isn't out of the question looking at this. Let's look at our RSIs. Yeah, watch this one, guys. Maybe moving up, 222, 231, with a rejection back down. That would make a lot of sense. End of wave one is here, 245. So we may not go up and hit these targets. We may stop somewhere in here unless, let me look at one more thing. One, two, three, four. Okay. Here we go. One, two, three, four, five. Completed a 5-wave move. One, two, three. Thinking out loud here, guys. Yeah, we've got one more move left in the tank. 222 to 231. We'll either bounce at the 50 or we'll bounce at equilibrium, but we're definitely going up. We pull a quick fib. Sorry for the amount of lines, but I'm going to try to get you guys a target here. Top of wave one, bottom of wave one. Drag your fib up. Bottom of wave two. Yeah. 219, 224, guys. That's where we're headed. We'll reject from there. Yeah, we could reject at the 214, but we've got a little bit of a move up here before we go back down. Moving on, ADA on the 4 hour. Like the same thing going on. Looks like we may go up to the golden zone here. Pull another fib. Here we go. Top of wave one, bottom of wave one. Drag this up, bottom of wave two. Yeah, headed to the 5,200, 82 cents to 83 cents. Then we reject to finish off our C wave. Looking at the daily, C wave's going to finish along that trend line, 71 cents to 63 cents. Daily should confirm that. Yeah, 70 cents, 61 cents. Fair value gap's probably a really good bounce spot, right around 66.5 cents. Then I think we make our run up. Looking at the RSIs, they're really wanting to reset. So yeah, I think we're really close, guys. I know everybody's tired of bearish talk, so this is a good thing. Chain link on the daily, you can see we're moving up, working up on it. Just the same. When we get to the 4 hour, we'll figure that out. Bounced in our first target. We move that over. 19, 26, 21, 31. Coming on down, should finish the move somewhere around $14. 14.48, 17.29. the fair value gap down here, lower trends here, right in this area. 4 hours going to give us a little better detail on that move. It's also working up. Check some things out here. Take that fib off. Just to clean up the chart, we're going to take these boxes off. 1, 2, 3. Top of wave 1. Bottom of wave 1. Drag that up. Bottom of wave 2. Yeah, rejected the 2186. 2156, that 200 smooth moving average is right there. So we're just doing some retests. Going to retest that, head to these bottom targets. Got two marked here, 2045, 2011, or we head on down to 1915 to 1846. SUI on the 4 hour. Textbook chart still.
4 hours. To who?
Sorry, Siri thought I said Siri, not SUI. Okay. There we go. Textbook chart doing exactly what we thought it would do. It's like it's a 1, 2, 3 WXY, truncated 5, 4, 5. This move's probably done. Check our RSIs. May run up and retest that 50. Things are starting to roll over. Go down to the hourly. Yeah, we're going to push up a little bit here. Fair value gap just popped up. Consolidation above it. Keep up with Leisure Fish and the crypto school. That's his favorite place to trade. I'll pull you guys a quick fib here, see where we're going to finish off. Top of 1, bottom of 1. Drag it up to the bottom of 2. Yeah, go up and retest the 1. It's both ways here. We're either done or we're close. 328, 333. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to finish that move up. Moving on to AVAX. I was told people enjoy the real-time TA, real-time adjustments. So I'm trying to do more of that for you guys. Going to delete some things off of AVAX. I haven't even looked at it yet. It looks like we finished B. Might be room for a little more of a run up. Let's take a measurement here. Top of 1, bottom of 1. Drag this up to the bottom of 2. Okay, so we tested, we rejected off the 1, came down. This is a retest, retesting the 50 now. Looks like it's closed above it. If anything, we come up to about 30, 34, and then we go ahead and reject down from there. I guess you could argue there's a possibility we come up to $31, $32. Yeah, I'm not optimistic in that. Let's go the hourly. Yeah, I think we're done. Yep. I like it. I know it's consolidating, but we've already pushed into this fair value gap. It's having a hard time getting over the 200. Like I said, if it does, we'll head to those extensions. If not, 3156 is probably a good rejection point. I don't think we get that high, but it's possible. If extensions are there. Oh, maybe we do. Anyway, that's where we're at on AVAX. We look at the daily chart. Figure out where we're going once we hit that target. Yeah, you can see it's a brief retest. We've got a wick, top wick. Working on filling it out on the daily. I think the rejection point's valid. But I also think maybe we come down on the daily to this 5,200 at equilibrium, and that's going to be the end of the move. Then we're going to push up. I don't think these bottom targets are in play. We look at the RSI. We're getting close. Starting to pinch off. Things are looking bullish. Looking at things here. Yeah, I think we come down. We come down, this RSI is going to roll over. The stochastic's already kind of pinched off. We're close, guys. Yeah, we're close to a bounce. Maybe in the next few days. Looking at near on the daily. Like I said, haven't adjusted these charts. Still got a little room to the downside. Probably going to be more like we've completed A. That's B. Finish C. $2.11, 238. That's going to be the end. I think we're looking for a pump there. 4 hours kind of growing here. Looks like we'll probably come up. We're retesting the 200 now. If we break that, we're going to come up and retest this 50. We'll reject from there. Look at our RSIs. Yeah, valid argument. Go ahead and fib this. Take that off. We're going to clear some things off of here. Okay. Let's go from the top of the move. Pull a fib. It's going to be harder to address right now. We'll go to the smaller time frame because it's clearly a 4. Oh. There we go. Golden zone. 273, 277. If we clear that, $2.90 to $3. I'm going to watch this close. Might take a long here. Yeah, watch these extensions for sure. $2.90 to $3. Yeah. Then we'll reject from there. Yeah, I like it. Well, there you go. So this is yeah, something like that. Be on the lookout for 294. 382s here. Probably reject there, to be honest. 274.5. Probably a rejection point on near. But yeah, what a video tonight. Lots to change, lots to adjust. Before we wrap it up tonight, I want to show you one more thing. Get it pulled up here. There you are, the crypto school, where I hang out. This is my section. I'm Coach Chris. Took profits on near. This was a pretty cool story. The guy's been following my YouTube, made about $150,000. Had an 1100% gain on near protocol. You see, I've had some success. My videos are posted. All my charts are posted. Great lineup of coaches. Of course, you know Connor Kinney, Tyler Hill. Trades chat's popping tonight. Everything's going on. Talking about what I'm doing. Thinking about doing a live on Saturday on YouTube and X, guys. Like some feedback. If that's something you're interested in, I'll get them scheduled and we'll do it. But yeah, sorry for my dog whining. She's telling me to shut up. I've talked enough. But thanks for joining me. I know it's kind of confusing tonight. There's a lot going on, a lot of different options, but I don't want to leave you guys out in the dark on that. So now you have a pretty good idea of what I'm looking at, what I'm going to wait on, where I'm going to trade. And like I said, I leave updates in the crypto school. All the links to that are in my description. There's a bit to link Unex. You'll find the link to my X there and everything else associated with what we do. But like I said, if you like this video, leave a comment. Let us know. If you don't, you think I'm wrong, tell me that too. Let's talk about it. Like I said, any comments you guys leave, it just helps the algorithm. So I'm happy with both. But once again, I'm going to quit talking. I've said enough already. Chris Hare, the Crypto Cowboy, signing out. We'll see you down the road.